all right, you're still tuned into Culture Daily. This is Unpacking. Now, on Unpacking today, we are talking to two creative people from Scripts and Sound. Let's get to know what Scripts and Sound is. If you haven't heard of it, now this is an opportunity, and also hopefully to, speak about Scripts and Sounds to somebody, plug them in, because this is, a creative hub or a group that is focused on working with artists, right? And it doesn't matter what genre that you do. And so to my right, I have the founder, Maud, and then to my left, I have their creative director, Muiz. Okay, so I was told that it's just like Louise, but it's M-U-I-Z. So just replace the L with an M. Are we okay? My two M's are here this morning, so let's start having the conversation. You're welcome, lady and gentleman.
Thank you. Thank you.
Are you okay? You guys look like you are tired from the event over the weekend.
We are still tired from
You're
the
still
event,
tired.
but, work continues. So
yeah, it is what it is.
It is what
It never
it is.
stops. There's a thing I say about delayed gratification where, yeah, you did good, but, just delay it a bit. And then, because if that doesn't happen, you are unable to move on to the next thing because you are reveling in the success of the now so much that, yeah. But let's talk about what Scripts and Sound is. Let's start from there and then we'll go to the event that happened over the weekend. Maud.
Okay, so Scripts and Sound basically is a platform that we started in 2018. The idea was to have this. We have a lot of young artists around us as we are creatives ourselves, right? So we know a lot of artists and stuff, and we realized that most of them are not really getting the platform. When people come in to do events, the target is to get a big artist. But what about the youngins that are trying to be like the big artists?
Yeah.
So Scripts and Sound was born out of that need to create that platform where young people can also feel like they have the support, they are appreciated.
Right.
So that's what Scripts and Sound is about.
Now, in my intro, I mentioned that it doesn't matter the genre, right? But Muiz, what do you look out for, in deciding to work with, a small, quote unquote, small artist?
Right. So what you said is very true. We do not look at what genre you're in. And what is very important to us is to make every emerging talent feel like the superstar already. Because for most of them, their first big break is, let's say, maybe in a university hall week show. They are all waiting for the big act. You come on as an artist, you are timid.
Yeah.
You can't even give off your best. But we are giving you a platform where you are the headliner. Like for us, every act that we
It's a
book
big
on,
deal.
Yeah, it's a big deal. So when you realize that people come willing to update their playlist, everyone that came, found someone new. Someone came and then even realized that they didn't even know who the main big act was. Like they didn't know until they got there.
They got there,
yeah.
right.
So we put a lot of priority towards the emerging talents. It's very important. So no matter the genre, when you are working with Scripts and Sound, you are the superstar.
But I like the idea of that because that some way, somehow, I don't know if it's in our subconscious, right? We tend to just categorize all these people as alternative, even if they are not doing that sort of music, right? Even if they are doing high life, but they are not as big, or they are doing hip life, or they are not as big because they are not that big. It's just unfortunate how we've been able to, cram them all into alternative. But Maud, having done this for about 5 years now, what would you say is that thing that has stood out to you over time, right? That has kept you going as well?
I would say it's because there's still a large pool of great talent. It's like even after this event, even after last year's event, we still meet people and you're like, wow, why are you not getting the support? So that's what keeps us going, that knowing that it doesn't stop. There's still more people to reach out to. There's still more people to put out there.
Yeah.
So that's what keeps us going every time.
Have you or can you put pen to paper and say that over the 5-year period you've worked with this number of artists? Is it possible?
Oh, that's a lot. No. We worked with a lot of artists.
Okay, just name drop a few then.
Jackie. So one of Jackie's early performances before her big break was Scripts and Sound 2019. Kwamina MP, Twitch. Like,
They on the track.
Yeah, they on the track. There's a lot of them that we've worked with. So I can't really like put a number to it. Even aside the Scripts and Sound event, we also like partner with other events to like have a Scripts and Sound set or Scripts and Sound stage where we put artists, young artists on. So there's a lot. Like,
it's all about the support for you.
Yeah, it's all
I'll
about
come
the
to you
support.
on what triggered the need for Scripts and Sound, right? But also, I wanted to find out from Moise, right? In all of this, what has been that deep fulfillment for you?
Right. So aside clearly the names, giving someone their first stage and then realizing, oh, this is someone that became a big name. It's also just seeing an upcoming act on stage in their element.
Yeah.
Like they are not trying to hurry up for the big name to come. Like that whole session is theirs. They are with their own live band they've been rehearsing with. So you get to hear the actual thing they want you to hear. So just seeing an upcoming act on stage, performing as if like they are the biggest name in the room, it's just like something you should witness. It's golden.
I would have loved to be at the event. It's rather unfortunate that, you know, I missed it. But hopefully, fingers crossed, next year. But more, let's speak through, you know, what the trigger was for this. Because I get that, yeah, we have to support underground artists. But you understand that sometimes it can take time. You know, you can be in dire need to want to put someone on, but it takes time for people to accept, you know, that this is a new act, this person is really good, right? What was that trigger for you to say that I see a loophole in, you know, the industry, and so I want to fill it with Scripts and Sound?
Honestly, I think, okay, for myself, I am a poet, right? So the idea was doing a poetry show, right? And then with music, so poetry and music. So that's where Scripts and sound, right? And I'm sorry.
That's fine.
And even at that time, 2018, it was very hard for me. From where I was sitting, I realized that it was very hard for my friends, my fellow poets, my fellow artists to perform anywhere or to be seen anywhere. They were all just making music in their rooms and they would send me songs and I'm like, yo. So I felt, this is dope. So I felt like just that was like triggering for me. Just like, and I knew it wasn't going to be easy. Like if anyone around me knows, they know I've been pushing for Scripts and Sound even before the first event. So I know it's not easy, but it's just that thought of not having people or people not hearing the things I hear from my room. Because I have a lot of artists I'm friends with and they all keep sending me like songs and stuff like, yo, no. I can't be the only one listening to this. Yeah, so it was just that's the fuel for me. That's the trigger for me, I guess. Yeah.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Because it's necessary. So let me just clap for you all. But Moise, how far do you see Scripts and Sound going? Because I'm seeing it as, you know, you guys can probably become a record label or a distribution, you know, something, right? Like play a different part, you know, aside having to give people their first stage performances or have an event. You know, how are you seeing it? This is how I am seeing it from where I sit, right? But yeah, with you, how do you see it? Okay,
so for us, right, we know that Ghana doesn't lack talent.
At all.
Right? So our job isn't done until we can platform as many acts as we can. So in all the ways that we can contribute towards bringing the light to the artist. We've been looking into talent discovery, talent management. Obviously, we're doing event curation and production. We've been looking at digital marketing for these acts.
Okay.
So for us, it's really endless. We want to make sure that the world is hearing what we're hearing. Everyone is looking at this emergent act and seeing the superstar we are seeing right from the very beginning. So the work really never ends. We're pushing till the whole world sees that these people are super talented.
Yeah.
They are just as talented.
That's
as
a
us.
nice extension.
Yeah,
Like,
right.
it's a nice list of things that you have mentioned, right?
Yeah.
But for those who are watching on 3Music TV, what you're seeing now on the screens is also the video of the Scripts and Sound event that happened over the weekend, which we are going to jump right into and talk about. So starting with Maud, just tell us all about the event that happened on Saturday. How was it like for you? The nostalgia, the fulfillment, the whole 9 yards, and also the jitters, if any, when you were organizing the event.
It's been 2 days, so I think I'm not like I'm yet to take everything in. But it was amazing. That's what I know for sure. It was amazing. It was worth it.
Okay.
Right, because we had been working at this for like a whole year. We've been moving from place, just trying to get it right, and seeing everything come to light on Sunday was
Mind blowing.
It was mind blowing, like, man. But yeah, it was
You are lost of words.
I'm lost of words. Like,
Well, let me ask Muiz though. How was it like for you on Sunday?
On Sunday, it was a lot of work and a lot of excitement at the same time.
Okay.
Because,
Take me through that.
Right, so the rehearsals don't stop until the show starts. Like, we're rehearsing everything.
Okay.
Everything needs to go
For how
we
long?
envisioned it.
For how long?
We've been rehearsing for like 2 weeks.
Okay.
Yeah.
Every day for 2 weeks.
No, but we try to get as many slots in as
Right,
possible.
right.
Yeah, because for us, it's not just about the show being good. It's about it being like how it's supposed to be on point. The experience.
Yeah.
When you come in, even though you're coming to see up and coming acts, you're not supposed to see an up and coming show. Then it defeats the whole purpose. You get it?
Okay.
So we want
Get
you to
that.
come in there and feel like, oh, like this is value for money. Like I'm seeing this act for the first time, but this show feels like something. So it was a lot of work coming in and seeing it all come to life. It was like, no, you can relax, but
You've done
okay,
it.
yeah, I hope this. Yeah.
You've done it.
Yeah,
But Maud, between now and it's an annual event, right?
Yeah.
So between now and the next Script and Sound, what are you going to be doing as, a brand Script and Sound?
So we have this project that we were about to start, but we put it on hold to just finish the event. It's called Campus Club.
Okay.
So the idea of Campus Club is not far from what we are doing. It's still discovering young talents right from campuses, Accra, Kumasi, Takoradi, all around, right? So right now that we are done with this, we are going to go right back into Campus Club to find the source,
Okay.
right? So
Straight from school.
yeah, straight from school.
Right.
So we're going to work at finding these young talents and then how to platform them in various things and develop them before the next Scripts and Sound. So
Okay.
before the next Scripts and Sound, they'll be like, I would say, ripe enough to be
To
on
perform.
stage. Yeah.
Right.
So that's the direction for now. Plus, other events that we're already partnered on that we're doing, like Scripts and Sound stage. and stuff.
Okay.
So, yeah, so
That's nice.
Yeah.
That's nice. I'm looking at, I think, as a day party as well for you guys, right? Where everybody that you've worked with in the past, just passes through and does their thing. Because some of these people have moved from, the underdogs that they were to top dogs now, right? So I'm looking at a thing like that for you guys. So if you do that, please run me my check, run me my cash.
Yeah,
but also for the purposes of those whose appetites you've whet, how do they find you? How do they reach out to you? And even how do you go about selecting or finalizing on the people that make it to the stage on the day?
Right. So, like she said, we are trying to get to the sound itself.
Right.
We are trying to. So, with the Campus Club, like she said, we are using students.
Okay.
Students themselves. Like, your roommate is good.
You plug them in.
Yes,
Okay.
plug them. Like let them know that this is a place for you. Like this is a place that you can go and you will be heard. We're also even looking at doing neighborhoods.
Okay.
So we can do, let's say, Achimota, we can do, because there are a lot of talents like just scattered around that they know that when they go to the big stages, it's difficult.
Yeah.
Right?
I
So
get that.
that's it for us. So that's how we look at getting the arts. We get it straight from the source.
Okay.
Then it gets to where you put the work in. So we have to make sure that, like I said, intense rehearsal, making sure that you're putting the work in to be worthy of the stage. So
Right.
having the talent is not enough. We all know
You
that.
have to put in the work.
You have
It's
to
really
put in the
important.
work as well. So it's really just merit.
Right.
Then internally, we also like audit, like we go through all the artists. Like it's not just being good enough. You need to have something else. You need to
Yeah.
have the drive. You need to have the zeal. So we go through every single art. Like we spend time, even if you have to go through your social media and advise you on what to do, how to present yourself, your branding. Like
It's a
just
whole
to-
360.
Yes, a whole 360, just to make sure that before the event, you are like ready for it.
Right.
And we put a lot of effort into like even highlighting these artists. So we have sessions for them, we have interviews for them, we create content based on them.
Right.
To promote them before the event. Yeah.
Now, how do people find you on socials, though? Because I mean, someone may be interested in reaching out and plugging in, you know, somebody that they know. So how do they go about
it's
that?
Scripts X Sound, Scripts N Sound on all socials: Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Scripts X Sound.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So I'm sure they'll find you, and all the best. I think it's a good initiative. Once you keep pushing and pushing with it, I see the vision for Scripts and Sound. So all the best with it, and you guys go out there and go be great. Right? I
Thank
mean,
you.
the sky is big enough for all of these people to shine. So let's shine together.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for coming, Maud and
you, Lenny.
Moise. So Maud and Moise are from Scripts and Sound. This has been Unpacking. We had a conversation with them. They had their event over the weekend, so they're focused on empowering, you know, superstars, unknown superstars. Let me just put it that way, because the light hasn't yet shone on them. So they shine the light on these people and give them the platform to also show their talent. My name is Lenny Lemote. Again, this has been Unpacking. Up next, Fresh and Cutie, Cyril takes us on Sports Direct. And then right after him, we have our Trending Live segment with Olele Salvador. And then also on the big conversation today, we look at how language is or should be used, you know, from the very get-go as Ghanaians. Is language really important, or should we just stick to English as, you know, our first language? We'll check that up until 10 a.m. So if you are tuned in on 3 Music TV or Plus 89.9 FM, we appreciate it. Stay tuned, and we are promising you back-to-back informative, entertaining content right here on Culture Daily. Bye-bye.